Samsung may have just kicked off the first real sign that the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 is happening. Firmware development has reportedly begun, and early build numbers are now showing up online. If you've been waiting for Samsung's next no compromise smartwatch, the rugged premium wearable made to compete at the very top of the market, this is the kind of leak that matters. Firmware appearing on Samsung servers is often the earliest smoke before the official fire, and it usually suggests the product is far enough along to be on a real launch track. According to the latest reports, Samsung is preparing not one but two premium smartwatches for 2026, the Galaxy Watch 9 and the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2. And if the current unpacked rumors are accurate, both watches could be unveiled alongside Samsung's next foldables in July 2026. That likely means a big stage event featuring Galaxy Z Fold, 8 Galaxy Z Flip, 8 Galaxy Z Fold, 8 wide Galaxy Watch 9 Galaxy Watch Ultra 2, and interestingly, the Galaxy Watch Classic model may be paused for 2026, suggesting Samsung could simplify the lineup into a standard flagship watch and an ultra-tier watch with fewer overlapping designs. Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 firmware leak. The build numbers you need to know. The new leak centers on Samsung's internal firmware builds for the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2, including both Bluetooth and cellular variants. The reported firmware versions are Galaxy Watch Ultra 2, Bluetooth, L171XU0A ZDB, Galaxy Watch Ultra 2, LTE 5G, L71FIDANNKO0A ZDB. Those model identifiers matter because they hint at two key things. Samsung is actively building software for multiple configurations, and the cellular model is being prepared early, often a sign that Samsung intends to market connectivity as a major selling point. This comes shortly after Galaxy Watch 9 firmware was reportedly spotted on Samsung's servers as well, which further strengthens the idea that Samsung's 2026 smartwatch roadmap is already in motion. Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 could be Samsung's first smartwatch with 5G. Of the biggest rumors attached to the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 is 5G compatibility, potentially, for the first time in Samsung's smartwatch lineup. That would be a meaningful upgrade, at least on paper, because it positions the Ultra 2 as a truly leave-your-phone-behind device. Calls, messages, streaming, navigation, emergency features, everything becomes more independent if the network support is stronger and latency is lower. But there's an important asterisk. Availability could be limited and region-dependent. In other words, Samsung might launch a 5G-capable Galaxy Watch Ultra 2, but only sell it in certain markets where carrier partnerships and wearable eSIM support are strong enough to justify it. Some regions may still get LTE only, and others may not get the cellular model at all. So yes, Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 with 5G is an exciting headline, but expect real-world rollout to vary by country. Snapdragon Wear Elite, the chipset rumor that changes everything. The other huge piece of this leak story is performance, because Qualcomm recently introduced the Snapdragon Wear Elite chipset for next-generation Wear OS devices, and Qualcomm has also indicated that upcoming Samsung watches will use its advanced wearable platform. If Samsung moves the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 to Snapdragon Wear Elite, that could signal a major shift in how the Ultra line is positioned. More power, potentially better efficiency, smoother UI, faster app launches, stronger AI-assisted features, and improved performance for health tracking algorithms. It also raises a major question: what happens to Exynos? Samsung has used Exynos W-series chips in recent Galaxy watches for years, and it's unlikely Samsung will completely abandon its own silicon across the entire lineup. The most likely scenario being discussed right now is a split strategy. Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 could adopt Qualcomm Snapdragon Wear Elite for maximum performance and premium positioning. Galaxy Watch 9 could continue with an Exynos W platform, keeping Samsung's in-house chip strategy alive in the mainstream flagship model. That kind of lineup separation would make a lot of sense. The Ultra becomes the absolute best Samsung can make, while the standard model balances cost, supply, and Samsung's silicon roadmap. Samsung Unpacked, July 2026. launch timing, and a possible London venue. All signs point to a July 2026 unpacked event, and one rumored date being circulated is July 22nd, 2026. Even more interesting is the rumored venue, London. If Samsung hosts Unpacked in the UK rather than the usual Seoul or San Francisco cycle, it could be a strategic signal that Samsung wants to push harder in the European smartphone and wearable market, especially for premium devices like Fold, Ultra, and high-end ecosystem accessories. And if Samsung is planning a foldables-heavy Unpacked with a Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 reveal, London would be a high-impact global stage to reinforce that premium narrative. What to expect next from Galaxy Watch Ultra 2? Leaks right now. The firmware leak is the starting gun, not the full spec. The next wave of credible leaks typically includes battery size and estimated endurance, display brightness and panel improvements, case materials and durability upgrades, health sensors and new wellness features, One UI watch version and wear, OS updates, storage and RAM configurations, pricing, and regional availability for LTE, 5GB. But even at this early stage, the direction is clear. Samsung is building the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 as a true premium wearable, likely with next-gen Snapdragon hardware and potentially 5G, and it's lining up for a July 2026 debut alongside the Galaxy Z Fold 8 and Z Flip 8 family. If the leaks hold, the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 won't just be a refresh, it could be Samsung's biggest smartwatch leap in years.